What's up, y'all? Street Apologist live. And there's some men down here on the corner.
Shalom.
Hebrew Israelites, as you know.
Yo, I just got done talking to the Hebrew Israelites, and I'm with my homeboy Vocab, Malone, and this fool is in their heads.
They gonna come with Vocab ain't gonna be able to call this line without getting the permission from a black man, from an Hispanic man.
Vocab.
My name's Vocab.
Vocab. You know who you are, Vocab.
No.
Why not?
No. Because we don't want to.
Vocab.
What's up, Vocab?
What's going on, man?
Vocab?
It returns. Oh, look, Vocab Malone.
They stand on the corner and they hold their Bible and they're kind of just yelling at people, literally just screaming scriptures and all that at people. And then they're telling me that all of them are unified and they all read the scriptures themselves, and then how they come to I mean, it's just it's a big epistemic mess. Like, the epistemology is just a straight up disaster.
Salvation is for the nation of Israel. Okay. Salvation is for no one else. So you know what? You're trying to give salvation to everybody. You're trying to give salvation to the planet Earth when Christ said it the best way that it could be said. Go not into the way of the Gentiles, or any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. Why did he say that? Because Christ never wanted a stinking African in his kingdom. Christ never wanted a white man in his kingdom. Christ never wanted an Arab in his kingdom.
Verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed in 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
So are these partial Israelites, or are these actual physical descendants?
You think that's literal 12,000 of each tribe?
It said it.
No, I'm asking you. You think that's literal 12,000 tribes?
I don't think that is. I know it's literal.
So it's definitely literal. The where is Dan?
The tribe of Dan is not mentioned in
so
that.
So how's it literal then?
Who's mentioned here?
I know. Is Dan a tribe of Israel or not?
Stop.
Is Dan a tribe of Israel? I'm asking a question. I know. If it's literal, where is Dan? Why not? It's literal.
Why? You tell me why not.
Because it's in a regular list to let you know this is not merely physical. But since
you're making that up, that's not scriptural.
But what's crazy is that, like, they're so hostile. Like, I'm trying to talk to people just to talk. They ask you a question and you be like, what, or whatever, and then they start yelling at you and stuff like that. They don't want you to touch them. They don't want you to have a camera around.
Don't record us. Don't record you. No. Me on camera, you turn it towards me. I'm gonna grab your.
Put the camera on his ass. All right. Put the camera on his ass. You're not in charge of nobody.
I mean, they're just like really, really hostile because they think everything's gonna make them look bad. It's just really weird because I never see people that are so defensive with everything and just ready to fight. I mean, they're all up in Vocab's face and all that too, saying they're gonna F them up and they want to fight them.
Nobody has commenced to fucking you up and moving you off the corner. That's right. So you can be here. This is public property. Right. But what I say, do not divert.
Yeah, I know I'm with the movement. I'm Kirucho. I came over here completely biased. I seen blacks and I seen police. I pulled up. Kind of find out you the reason why the police came.
Yeah, because those guys threatened me, but I don't want the police involved. I just want to talk to them.
Why they threaten you? What did you
said
do?
I had the wrong translation of the Bible, so that if I didn't take my Bible back to my car, they were going to beat me up.
Let me tell y'all like I told Instagram. Vocab Malone. LaRon Campbell, K-Dub, Shield Squad, and if you want to be down with the you too. Die slow, my folks, don't make sure all y'all kids don't grow.
So it's crazy to me because I never see people that are this hostile that claim to be preaching the word, and then they got this weird.
Now, at this point, I've had lots of face-to-face encounters with a variety of Hebrew Israelites. And more, I don't just see the anger or the hurt only, I see pain. I mean, even in times when I'm out there, say in an intense street encounter, and they're looking at me, and some of these guys look at me, I'm just saying some, like they want to put a hurt on me, right? Even then, a lot of times, you can sense, if you have discernment, There's a lot of pain behind those eyes. But when people come out, when men and women leave Hebrew Israelism, they want to tell their story a lot of times. A lot of times they don't. There's fear there, don't get me wrong. But they usually become more open and vulnerable, and then you hear the stories, and it's tough. It's tough to hear some of these stories. Specific? This is the show where we serve the underserved and look into the overlooked. And I'm looking forward to today's show where we're going to do exactly that. We are speaking with two former members of the One West Hebrew Israelite group, known as the Israelite Church of God, Jesus Christ. We definitely got to talk about the stairs as well.
I'm sitting there, like I said, as a young teenager, hearing members, a member, I'm going to say one member, not sure who it was, but got thrown down the stairs. Kazak, you may know, got thrown down the stairs. And so I'm sitting there, a young teenager. I mean, literally, I was scared to get up and leave. So I'm seeing this whole thing play out before me, but I really didn't know the whole picture of it until later on.
Hey, how you doing, Gina?
Hey, what's up, Vocab? How are you?
How did they tell you to relate to family who wasn't in this truth?
Oh man, if basically either you make your family join, bring them to the thing, or you cut them off. Mm-hmm. That's basically your only choices. I was told by Gabar and Yuan to cut off my family, my wicked family, because their spirits were affecting my spirit. So that's how they'll use that. And my relationships with my family, I was a stranger. They didn't know me anymore. My mom didn't know.
You were starting to kind of reread the Bible now.
I wasn't reading the full Bible because, as Bishop Nathaniel say, you can't read the Bible like a storybook.
The Bible is literally a storybook. It's God's story of redemption and interaction with human history. And since it takes place in human history, it's got a chronological progression that goes, even the way the covenants are unfolded is in time. The Davidic covenant, the Noahic covenant, the Adam, these covenants are happening in space and times. Now, so when I say storybook, if any atheists are watching, I love you guys, but we don't mean storybook as in fable. We mean storybook as in a grand narrative. That is literally what scripture is. XIUIC Hebrew Israelite drops Christian album. The album is called AD, After Deception. Dude got a clean sound. He knows what he's doing. And he ain't making music for Elder Nathaniel anymore. Now he's making music for Jesus Christ, and it sounds good. The album's called AD, After Deception. What brought you out of that deception, bro?
Man, it was two stages, man. What brought me out of IUIC was the deception of their cunningness of twisting scriptures, man, and specifically with the new moon doctrine. When it was teaching about a dark moon, they said that was the way God said, and anybody that came against that was polluted by the doctrines of men and need to be chopped down. And then they turned around and switched to full moon using the same breakdowns, but emphasizing on different words and using the same lingo and saying the same things that they said when it was the dark. So that's why I left them. But it was 6 months later when I actually left the movement. The thing that broke the straw that broke the camel back for me to lead the movement was re-examining Deuteronomy 28 and finding those things to be false, pertaining to the scriptures, and then I let it go, man, and left the movement.
What made you, why did you want to get in contact with this, I guess? You know what I'm saying?
It was a more so of making the truth known because, you know what I mean? As Brother Marcus stated, you know what I'm saying? We pretty much been lied to, you know what I mean? You know, it's like Christ say, his burdens is easy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like, you know, we put all these burdens on ourselves and for no reason, really, you know what I mean? You know, because, you know, at the end of the day, we got to look to Christ, you know what I'm saying? We can't, you know, think we're going to wear fringes, we're going to not eat pork and, you know, try to be self-righteous and think that's going to make it to the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? That's just not biblical.
You know, before we close out, you know, I'm definitely going to address the whole Hebrew, the HBI, Hebrew Black Israelite movement.
Now's the time. The floor is yours, Noel.
All right, thank you. So what I'm going to say is this. You need to stop living in the past. We understand that the Bible, to its entirety, the Old Testament and New Testament are holy, the words of God. But you need to stop trying to fit into prophecies that already happened. He said, Malone, why are you constantly trying to exploit the Israelite situation? You want a serious mission? No, the serious mission is the gospel. Okay, point blank, like that's it.